For many men who are looking for the fountain of youth, the idea of trying testosterone replacement therapy might top the list. The theory is that since the hormone produced in testicles declines in old age, replacing that hormone will somehow restore energy and vitality. Jonathan Jarry is with the McGill Office for Science and Society. Hi, Jonathan.
Hi.
So, Jonathan, I was not aware, but this idea that testicles, human or animal, might help restore youth goes back a very long time.
Yeah, so I came across a stunning paper from 1889 by a Mauritian scientist, Mauritius being the home of the now extinct dodo bird. This scientist was in his 70s, he felt weak, and he thought that testicles contained some masculine essence, and he was not entirely wrong. But he injected himself with testicular blood, semen, and crushed testicles from dogs and guinea pigs. Now, the benefits that he reported were not reproduced later on, but he claimed that the biggest improvement was in his power of defecation. So dog testicles could have become the fiber supplement of the Victorian era.
And you heard it here first. Okay, thank you for that, Jonathan. So what exactly is testosterone?
Right. So this guy was onto something, which is that the testes make testosterone, which is a hormone. It plays a number of important roles in the body. Females have testosterone too, but for males, testosterone is the primary sex hormone, and it influences libido, musculature, bone density, mood, etc. And when we get older, testosterone levels progressively go down. So what used to be called andropause, which is not a real medical condition, but it was claimed to be the male equivalent of menopause. So what used to be called andropause has morphed into low T, so low testosterone in old age. And of course, there's a treatment for this overhyped condition.
So where does testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT, come in all this?
So it comes in many different forms. There are gels, there are pills, there are patches, injections even of this hormone testosterone. They all have their pluses and minuses, but it is not a fountain of youth. It most likely does not solve issues like erectile dysfunction and sexual quality of life in old age. It also will not make your brain sharper or improve your memory. We have ample data on this. What benefits there might be are still debated. It is easy to blame a loss of energy and insomnia and sexual problems on low testosterone levels, but there are obviously a number of other factors that could explain this, and so low T can become the scapegoat, and it leads to over-medicalization.
And I understand there are also concerns about possible side effects from TRT?
So depending on the form that TRT takes, there are minor inconveniences. A major one, though, is that if you are likely to become infertile by supplementing with testosterone because it feeds back into your brain. So if you're trying to conceive, TRT is not a great option. There was a concern that TRT might cause problems with your heart and blood vessels and might also cause prostate cancer. The evidence we have now is not perfect, but it's fair to say that those fears have been, for the most part, alleviated, which is good news.
And on social media, Jonathan, we hear of testosterone boosters. What are they? Are they of any use?
So testosterone is a drug. It requires a prescription, but that will not stop the incredibly lucrative wellness industry from profiting off of the exaggerated demand for TRT. So those testosterone boosters, they do nothing of the sort. They are herbs like ginkgo, like horny goat weed. I'm not making this up, that's the name of the herb. And of course, supplements can be sold without strong scientific evidence that they work. They are not infrequently contaminated with stuff that shouldn't be in there. So if you generally have low T and you really need testosterone supplementation, those over-the-counter supplements will not help.
So horny goat weed. My imagination has gone wild, Jonathan. So this entire idea of testosterone to regain youth is not something that anybody should be counting on.
No, I mean, if older men are genuinely concerned about their testosterone levels, they can chat about it with their doctor, and maybe TRT could help. But honestly, experts have declared that most men who are on TRT do not need it. It is not a fountain of youth. But you know what? Next week, next month, next year, there will be another fountain of youth, and I will be back here to deflate its hype.
Okay, thank you very much for this, Jonathan.
Thanks for having me.